Yeah, I got it. Live chat. Ooh, there's light there. I found this peach box that holds the phone really good. Eli, what's up, man? Oh, hold on, let me get my hat. Oh, Alan Storty, Denny Reisinger. Hi, guys. Whoa, man, there's 18 people in here. ALL Firewood, Wayne Tharp, Josh Wellner. Okay, yeah, we got quite a few people. Hope everyone's hanging in there, staying dry. Mr. Dunham. Uh, it rained yesterday and the 2 days prior it. And I guess it's going to be no rain tomorrow, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, and then like starting Friday, there's going to be like 5 or 6 consecutive days of rain. Now, granted, that's a little ways off yet. I'm Marshy, but it ain't looking good. Weather sucks. Wish we had snow, Alan, instead of all this rain or some cold, or I wish actual winter would show up. This 50s and rain just sucks. You know what I mean? Doesn't let you get a whole lot done. You too, Mr. Richards. The title's what it's like. There was a few people asking me, like, people around here, man, just wondering what it was like so how do you like, in your own business now? No work and no, the weather's crummy and it sucks pretty bad. So I don't know. I thought that was a cool title. I haven't been doing a lot lately. I haven't been doing nothing. I haven't videoed anything. I've been kind of a grump ass, so I didn't really want to. That's no good, You don't want that to project on other people that need to think positive about things. My heart's out to everybody that can't work, and you don't necessarily have to be in this industry, but just period because of the weather or the economy. It's people that have family, like a wife and kids, and they're trying to make a go of it on all this, and because man, I'm struggling something fierce, and I can only imagine. It's just me, you know what I mean? So it's the same problem, but I guess on a smaller scale. I don't have less, I don't have anybody relying on me for that income, so just myself. So it's been a real bummer lately. It's just Blue Line Landworks. How you doing, buddy? That was a cool video I did for Alex there. That was pretty neat. I like that. What's up, buddy? Open State. Oh, man, I know. How about that? David Haley's just in. I guess the problem that presents now is, like he said, the ground, there's so much snow, it's like an insulator. It won't let the ground freeze for him. I have seen Hollis Farms a little bit here and there. Mike McCoy, everybody. Mike Peachy. Everybody say hello to Mr. McCoy. How you doing, Mike? Is it raining down there a bunch by you? I got a message from MSL said that he's fixing to get back at it full tilt. I guess their mill closed because they were so full of wood. And Skitter Kev, sorry, I don't know if I said hi or not. It is too, Terry. And then when you have the feast, you wish you had 4 or 5 of you to try to capitalize on it. But yeah, unfortunately, well, it's probably fortunate for the rest of the world they only made one of me. Kansas Kev Logan, Perry Roberts. Cool. Yeah, it does. I hear you, man. I'm trying to catch all the comments. David Malloy, what's up? Chris Kaiser, how are you? So I haven't been doing a lot. I put that little video up today that was walking What's up, Stanley? Welcome to Apache Timber. It's clear cut, just motor, just black. You know, it's for a housing. I believe it's a housing plan. It's really hi, Dustin George. It's really nice wood. You know where there's timber. Yes, I did, Brian Keeg. Yes, that is terrible. AWP. I used to send a ton of material to them when I'm working. I send a lot of material to them. I mean, a lot. That great big job I did this summer with all them huge trees, a lot of that went there. A lot of that went there. I'm sorry if I missed your comments. I'm all over the place. I'm having trouble focusing lately. My mind's just total mush. Yes, Kev, that's a mill that you guys heard me. Well, howdy from Pennsylvania, Mr. Long. Yeah, it looks pretty bad. I hope they get their stuff and get it rebuilt. From what I hear, the family that runs that's a pretty good family. They're pretty good to us. I very, very seldom ever had any complaints from them, stuff I send to them. Oh, I can only imagine, Mr. Quick. It's just, it's so frustrating, you know what I mean? You want to go, like, I don't know how to say it. Your body is like, Timberjack's good skidder, Alan. Your body's like ready to go. You know, I'm like ready to explode with energy is the problem. Like, you know what I mean? Because I don't have anything to do. Needless to say, my house is real clean. All the chores around here that I can do, you know, that don't cost much. Little things like I got that room I can't finish it though. MLH, what's up, buddy? And that's all taken care of. I have Marshy, and I used to do firewood in the past, but the only problem is I don't have anywhere to store it. I don't have a yard, and I don't have a big area to make a big pile. Hi, Todd. So what I've been doing was, for a while there, Stump was helping me. You know, he helps me out. He's helped me out a lot more than I could ever repay him. And so he says, "Well, come up," and we looked at one job together, and that forester must have found some silly mushrooms in the woods when he scaled that property that we went and looked at, and it was there was nothing there, and they were coming up with like 400,000 feet international, and there might have been 100,000 Doyle. I mean, I don't, and who scales stuff international around here? I don't even understand that. So, whatever, that one was terrible. And then the backside was a cliff. It was just, I mean, a cliff. Like, if I tripped, I would have not stopped until I hit the railroad tracks a half mile later. But anyways, so I was running around up by his place, looking at some patches of timber he had to cut. Holy moly, we got 56 people on here. Whoa, that's really cool. Thank you. I was, marking trees for him, and I was going to try to do a video, but like I don't know how to explain it. I was marking and writing, and usually I can just video. My hands were full, and I was, like I said, I was kind of not in the best of moods. It's just bummed out, and I just didn't want to do a video. That's all there was to it. And all I was doing was painting trees and cussing at jaggers. And then I looked at a bunch of patches for him, tried calling a bunch of people, and I hate that. I don't know if anybody else on here has to buy timber. I'm sure Eli's probably done some of it, but when you have to approach a landowner, like cold, I guess you would say, you approach a landowner and say, "Hey, sell me your timber." I'm just not good at that. I just suck something awful. You know what I mean? And there's some people that have a gift. Dale is one of them. He's very good at it. He's a very personable person. And when I'm I guess you would say bummed out because of the situation, that don't help either. And I'm not trying to, I'd hate to screw something up for him. So either way, but I did a bunch of, just walked a bunch of timber. The one day I ran skidder for a little bit. Wilkes-Barre area near Pocono. Wow. I'm from Jeff Zupko. I'm from the east, west side of PA. I'm just a little bit west of, north and west of Pittsburgh. And, I don't know, it was a message. But anyways, so I walked a bunch. I found some really nice pieces, so I hope these people get a hold of them. He found another tornado blowdown that's just loaded. It's got a lot of timber in it. And hopefully he can get that. And it'll be good for the landowner too, because at least it won't go to waste. I don't think there'll be any much grade in it because it's been down for a year. So the most of the hardwood stain maybe, except for the red oak. And red oak's not really worth a hoot right now. So he should get that, I'd say. The hardest thing about finding the timber sometimes is finding the actual landowner. And, you go on, a lot of people know, a lot of guys now use that Onyx Hunt. And it's great because it'll give you hi, Brian Smith. It'll give you somewhere to start, like a cold start. This is the landowner, this is where the taxes go. And then you can go on and search like white pages, that name, and then the address that the taxes go, and get phone numbers and go about that way. So, but still the one we looked at, it was like who was coming up on there. I guess still was the owner, but it wasn't like who was in charge of it, or I don't know how you want to put it, the deed holder or whatever. I don't know how all that went, but I had to go to the courthouse to find that for him. You guys don't have Onyx up there, Kevin? You can't use... I thought Onyx was more than just the U.S. Hey, John Chafin's on here. What's up, buddy? Haven't heard from you in a while. You know, John, I thought I had something and I really screwed up. I should have just... I thought I had something and I didn't have something. It turned out not to. But when I told you about that Bluefield job, I really screwed up. I should have did that damn thing because at least I'd have had that money. But you know, I mean, it's a gamble, I guess. You know, everything you do. So another thing, Kevin, around here, a lot of the counties in our state are starting to do the GIS, where you can go on to the county website and look it up that way too. Hold on. Tell you. Yeah, that's what the thing is. I don't like doing it on the phone. I feel much better approaching somebody in person, but at the same time, I don't like just rolling up to people's houses. It's one thing if you're like cutting a job and you see the neighbor out and it's like, hey, you approach them that way. And the best thing is when you're doing something like that is because then you have the work you're doing to, be like, look, this is what we do. This is how we do it. You can see that I'm neat, and I take care and things like that. And that's a good selling point there. And the other thing that's hard too is buying a nice timber is a little easier because obviously you can offer more for the product. But when you're buying pulpwood, you're not offering a lot. You know what I mean? A couple bucks a ton for pulp. And a lot of people don't see that as, oh man, that's nothing. You know what I mean? But yes, at the same time, it's garbage wood, in that sense, but it's great wood for pulpwood or scrag or things like that. And a lot of times you're looking at jobs like that. A lot of jobs Dale does is like that. And it's great for the wood. So you got to promote it in a way. It's like, if you're a big deer hunter, it's great for the habitat. If you're trying to get rid of like softwoods and inferior trees, it'll grow. Fire Captain Tom, what's up? It'll grow like, what's the word? More, you're promoting the growth of good hardwoods. So, I mean, it's a hard sale sometimes because, a clear cut looks a little rough at first. One day there's trees and the next day there's nothing. A lot of people find that unsightly. People that are knowledge, know about it. They, they're aware of the situation. They understand. But a lot of people, like around this area where I live, people see, clear cuts as, ooh, that's bad, blah, 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 and they just don't know. Speaking of which, if I missed a comment, hold on. My brother got me this book for Christmas, and it's absolutely incredible. It's called Wood Hicks and Bark Peelers, and it's out of Pennsylvania, and it was when there was the big push for all the hemlock, and they wanted the bark for the hemlock, and they wanted for tannin, I believe, and a couple other things. Matt Sexton, what's up, buddy? And the cool thing that I found out of this book is so much, and I'm going to start a thing where every video I'll say today's video brought to you by, and I'll hold up the picture and I'll explain it to the best that the picture shows you. Because this is such a cool thing. And it's a cool thing. I just thought it'd be neat to share with everybody. But anyways, what I wanted to show you is there's a picture here. Okay, so we'll just do this quick picture real quick. When people say clear cuts are bad, you roll through Western Pennsylvania now, or most of anywhere. I mean, you're going to see a clear cut that recently happened, but 90% of all of northern PA, up through the National Forest, all that, and that's how it became National Forest, was cut. They whacked everything. I mean, absolutely everything. They mowed it, and there was no trees left, and it burned a lot. There was a lot of fires back then. That's why the grouse hunting was so good in Pennsylvania for so long. And this was all around the 1900s, this early, like late 1800s into the middle, I'd say around the 1920s is when it really got whacked hard, from what I've read. If anybody knows different, please tell me. But if you look in this picture here, so I'll describe this picture. Okay, this picture I'm going to show you is a mechanical log loader, Freeman Run, Potter County. And all these pictures are out of Pennsylvania. Somebody found them in an old shed and they made this book out of them. Okay, so here's these guys are loading logs onto train cars. And anywhere, especially like where I hunt, a lot of places up by my camp, there's you can find old railroad beds everywhere because that's how they moved the logs back in the day. But look at the hills. I mean, they're bald. There ain't a tree left on them. They cut everything off and people said, oh, clear cutting so bad. And it's all grown back. That's how we have they've cut all that, everything. I mean, they hacked everything. Like, look at this one with the train. Look, it cut everything but the little pieces of hardwood. It's crazy. But I'll start doing that if I ever get to working again, making videos. I'll like today's video, and like I said, I'll just hold the camera just right so it centers it like this and you guys can really look at it. But that picture there was a Goodyear Lumber Company crew and engines. That's Hammersley region, Clinton County, Pennsylvania. That's what that one is. So there it is. And the other thing, so there's pulp is moving okay right now, scrag blocking, but that's because it rains every day. Nobody can get the stuff out. Strip mining and clear cut prevent forest fire. We've got the railroad beds here in upstate New York. Oh, I'm sure you guys do. I'm sure it was everywhere. Like, there's a spot by my camp where my friend, he shot his buck this year. I don't know if I did a video on that or not. I tried to video the hunt, but it happened so fast, but whatever. We were hunting on the same railroad that runs right below my camp, which is, God, it was like 10, 12 miles away, and this railroad just runs all the way up this main hollow. Then off that hollow, every smaller hollow, there were spurs that ran up. Then they did these things called log slides, and they pulled them down with horses, all kinds of things. Forgive me, I got some boogies. They did everything they could to get these logs to the railroad, and they just piled them up, and then the rail cars hauled them to the mill back and forth. It was pretty crazy. You gotta excuse me a minute. I gotta get a hanky. Sorry about that. I'm leaking brain lubricant. Yeah, and I understand Alan Storty. It's when I cut pulpwood, it's not advantageous for a hand cutter to cut pulpwood. I'm sorry, it's just not. Unless you're in a huge like a big patch of big aspen, you're running something like that, I don't care. When I'm cutting for somebody, I charge by the load. What's up, Jay? I charge by the load, doesn't matter if it's veneer or pulp. But a lot of the pulp I cut is, when I cut a tree down, I'm pulling, limbs, big limbs and smaller stuff out of the tops. You pull the whole tree out and I break it down. You guys seen that in the videos. And it makes for a little messier landing when you're done. I say messier just because you have the cutoffs. You have a little bigger pile of cutoffs, obviously. But to me, it's like, why not pull that out? That's just an extra load, 2 loads, 3 loads a week that I can do, and it's good for me. Nice. So did I miss anybody's? Did I miss any Aspen clear cuts? Yes, they are. That's what Robert Kennedy High. That's what David Haley was telling me about. Them guys have lots of grouse up there too. I would love to come up to upstate Michigan, like the Upper Peninsula or Minnesota or somewhere up that way and hunt grouse one time. I hear you guys have them everywhere. We used to have tons of them here. Yes, Alan, I've done that too. A lot of the times, I'm not gonna lie to you, when I cut firewood though, I'll pull a couple real nice straight pulp poles, and or something that's just a little short for a log or something. Say, obviously I see so much of it when I'm working that I can, you can kind of save the cream for yourself, and my buddy will help, cut firewood. He burns it too. So like on a Friday, if I know I'm working that weekend, I'll just hold it up in a grapple right over the landing, and I'll take the saw and cut a huge mountain of logs, just chunk it. Then I'll block the road with something so nobody can come and take it at night, because we have that problem sometimes around here. And we'll come back the next morning, so all we have to do is split and chuck it into dump trailers and haul it home. And we did like 6 cords one day. We did 3 dump trailers, and you're getting 2 cord to a dump trailer. I mean, it's a big Moritz dump trailer. I can't remember what it is. It's a big son of a gun. It's got like 2.5, 3 foot sides. It's like a 12 by 12 foot long. I can't remember how wide it was. But I mean, we mound that stuff up so high, you can just barely get 2 cord in it. So, and then the nasty stuff, obviously, the ones that won't split, we either chunk them with a saw or I'll just chuck them back in the pile. So, that's the nice thing. You're cutting through and you find like a nice dead red elm, or it used to be a nice dead ash. You'd pull that out, and I'm going to save that for myself. Oh, Fire Captain Tom, you ain't kidding. I was a little kid. I remember days you shoot a whole box of shells, never hit a damn thing. Cut lots of little saplings in half, but never hit a damn thing. It was so much fun. No dog either. You just do it. The hardest part, I liked actually grouse hunting without a dog. The hardest part about it was finding the bird. If you didn't, I'm sure you don't. If you don't break their legs when you knock them down, they run and run and run just like pheasants do. Absolutely, Matt. I'm sure. Okay. MLH, what did you... I have not, Brian Creek. House building still crazy. I don't know why I still want to build in the Lossy State. Skidder, the last of the bootleg miners. Okay, is that on YouTube? I tell you what, I used to sell firewood, Alan. When I was in high school, that's kind of what kept me in the woods, got me going on logging. That was, because that's what got me going on logging. I chased guys around that were timbering, and they gave me cutoffs and whatnot. And hi, Joe. And that's a whole nother story, but either way. So I'd haul the wood home and I'd split it up. And, sorry, reboot. The one thing I remember about people, I cut and split the firewood for something to do. We couldn't burn that much at home, so I was cutting like 20 cords a year. And I sold it just by pickup truckload, half a cord or full cord, whatever you want. You could get a half on one pickup and a full on 2 pickups. And I'd deliver it. Now, at one time, the cheapest I ever sold it was $60 for a half, $120 for a full. And then when I was done, it was $180 and $90 when I quit. And there was a lot of other guys selling it in the area, and they would get so mad at me because I was selling it for less. I've seen it anywhere from 225 to 325 around here. And basic supply and demand. Someone needs it, they pay. And I was never about gouging somebody. I had my normal clientele every year. You get a strange person here, but I had, the same 20, 10, like 15, 20 people every year. And so I think I was doing 90, it was 80 and one, I can't remember. It was 80, one, whatever. Hi, Aaron. And I just enjoyed it. But them guys would get so mad. Hey, 71 people. That's pretty cool. Thanks everybody for I appreciate the support. I really do. This is cool. I just noticed 72. We got another one. That's pretty neat, man. Thank you. So anyways, but yeah, that was neat. And I quit. I don't know why. I quit selling firewood the year I moved into this house. Because I moved in here and I put a wood stove in the basement and I cut a whole pile for that. And I was like, I just don't, I started cutting in the winters and it was like, I don't know. I just didn't want to sell it no more. That and where I live now, I don't have anywhere to put it. So, 73, man, this is cool. We're going to have, someday I'm going to do a live feed. And when we hit 100 people, I'll give away a shirt or something. I don't know. 100 people, concurrent people on a live feed. Man, that's a lot of wood. There's a guy around me now that has one of these. I think they're Diamond products. Skidder Kev has probably seen these. They're firewood processing machine. They're all right, I guess. You just gotta have a straight product for them. And upstate New York. Yes, there's you can rent it. I think it worked out to like $200 a day or $300 a day or something. And it was all, a day was run time. He didn't care. He said, just a day. You have it for the day. It doesn't matter if you run it 6 hours or 20 hours. You know what I mean? And it has a little conveyor on it and spit it out. And I thought, boy, if I had a mountain of pulp somewhere, if I had a place to lay down, and I had a little skid loader, boy, I could crank some firewood out and then just sell it all year. But I don't have anywhere to do that. The only firewood I sell now is like pole length, log length. Willie John Meyer, thank you very much, sir. I'd love to get some more out there. I just haven't had any cut, man. I'm sorry. The guy we hunt with that goes to stumps hunting with us sometimes just did 4. Oh, I remember that guy. That's the fellow that used to be part of the expensive scope company. I don't want to use their name. Holy crap, MLH. Green cord off the stump. That's rough. I bet it's a lot more up that way. Josh Shanner, hi buddy. So far 2020 is, I guess 2019 went out like a turd and this one's coming in like a wet fart. Literally. Hopefully something happens here real soon, man. I mean, it's like, I went on that damn hunting trip, and it's not saying that I shouldn't have did it, but like, that was right as everything was just kind of dropping off real hard. Okay. All right, there's a lot of people asking me. All right, so I might as well just get this out of there right now. We're up to 80. There's a lot of people asking me, why don't you go back to what you used to do? Okay, so here's the reason. I have the option, yes. I really do. The reason I don't is because to me, it's a personal reason. It feels like a huge step back. It took so much for me to work up the guts or the nuts or whatever you want to say to step away from that. To go out and do my own thing, that I don't feel that it would be right for me to just fall back on it. And at the same time, if I go back, I wouldn't just, you sure as crap, I'll go back, and 2 weeks after I go back, there's going to be a whole bunch of work, and, just be slammed that I'm going to leave. And I don't want to do that to somebody, because the only way I would ever go back if I had to is be for somebody that I truly appreciate working for and respect. Old man in the wood, what's up? That I truly respect. There's a lot of people in that industry that have stepped on everyone underneath them to get where they are, that don't have any respect for the people above them and around them anymore, or under them and around them, that helped them get to where they got. So that was a big reason why I left too. So, and there's few and far between of the guys I used to work for that are still around, that'll treat you and respect you. And so, it's like a once I go back thing. It's like, how some people say, I'm going to hold off going to college for a year or whatever, and I'm just going to work and make a little money. And next thing you know, it's 10 years down the road, and, you never went back to school. That's just an analogy. And I'm trying to use, and I'm not making sense, I apologize. But it just felt like a huge step backwards. I can't do that. Like, I didn't want to, Jason, I've worked with Jason before, so everybody sees Jason Maycheck on there. I used to work with him in the union a couple times on different jobs. Jason does what they call interior. There's two different steps. There's interior, and then there's concrete. Interior is like you do drywall, metal studs, acoustical ceilings, things like that. They do metal studs on buildings, the outer skins, things like that. I preferred the concrete, the dirt, and the mud. Well, nobody likes the mud, but you know what I mean, being outside. And one time they had a really nice job close to home, and they got me on it, and Jay was a great dude to work for. He really was. I guess it doesn't matter, but there was times he took care of everybody. We worked nice. We all worked together. There was days that we'd cut out, at break time, take a long break or whatever, and go get breakfast or something. And we always did everything as a whole group. It wasn't like you got split off. There was always one guy takes a long break, we all take a long break, But if one guy works a little late, we all work a little late. And it was one thing they stuck together, which a lot of people don't do that anymore, and that's sad. But they used to call me, the one guy he worked with, there's a guy that we worked for, first name was Ronnie, but they made fun of me because I'd work, but anytime I had like a second to days off, the ADD kicked in, and I'd be watching the guys digging the hole in the machine or moving the dirt around the building. We were redoing this old barn, and it's they was making fun of me because I was not, like, oh, what are you doing? Hollering at me like, hey, over here, whatever, over there, whatever. So they started calling me short span because I wasn't paying attention. No, I have not, Josh. And it was a good time. They had a good laugh at my expense, but that's what I was there for. But I kind of went off on a tangent there. But so either way, that's why I haven't gone back yet. The business I have set up separate to my personal finances, I guess you would say. The business is cooked. Personal finance, it's still okay. You know what I mean? I've set, don't get me wrong, but it's just, I feel like at this stage in the game, for every day lost is actually like losing 2 or 3 days. You know what I mean? For every day you lose, it's going to take you 2 or 3 more to get it back. And it couldn't have happened at a worse time. It's just, am I missing comments? 86 too. John said 85 is 86. Alan, thank you, buddy, for hitting that. And I do these short videos, okay? And I gotta say, the support that comes from you guys, and that's the one thing I miss about the videos. When you do that video, the comment section, you always have there's always some, I can't use the word right now. This video isn't made for children, but either way, there's always some ass that has to make a smart comment about how you did stuff or how you cut something or this is why that didn't work. And it's like, I don't ever claim to be the best at what I do. Never. I learn constantly every day. I've said it 100 times. That's what I love about this so much. And it's It's just incredible. You know what I mean? It's just, but the support that comes from you guys is just, people come on here and tell you, oh man, don't worry about it, you're gonna make it. This is, don't worry about that, and don't worry about this, and or just, hey, good job with that, and we like this, and we enjoy. I mean, it's just incredible. Never in my wildest dreams. I'm up to 3,200 now subs or something. I don't even remember. I haven't really been watching it because I'm bummed. And thank you, Dan. It's just, it's so cool to see you guys give that much positive feedback. You know what I mean? Like I said, there's always somebody that doesn't like what you're doing. And, there's some people that are quick to comment. I've had some comments recently about, I had a triple hinge video that a guy kind of crucified me a little bit about how I did what I did. Now, if I remember in that video, I was trying to use a triple hinge to swing a white oak tree way off of its lean, because there was an LOD that I was not supposed to hit. I hit it. Whatever. There was no sock there, and it wasn't a big deal. It was back in the middle of nowhere, and they owned the property on the other side of the LOD, so it wasn't a big deal. But I was just like, hey, if there's a chance to really try something that you shouldn't try in a situation where you might smash a machine or a building or something or tear something up, this is it. And I said, this probably isn't going to work. And I cut the tree, drove wedges, and, and did my whole spiel and thing, and it broke off, of course. I got it to go a little bit, and it just popped. I was just trying to do too much, and I said I tried too much. Well, this guy come on and made this big, long comment about how what you did here defeated this, and da-da-da-da, and that, and cutting this and doing that with the... I mean, he just laid it to me. And dude, I don't argue with you. It's just... I don't argue with you for one minute. But I openly admitted that it wasn't going to work, and whatever. I mean, some people just want to be heard, and that's fine. All right, we're at 92. If we hit 100, I'm giving a shirt away tonight. Hopefully, to some. How we give a shirt away? Well, let's see if we hit 100, and then we'll do that. So, anyways, I got hammered pretty good there, and there's some other ones. A lot of ones I get is some people from the West, and this will be I think this will be one of those arguments that will just never get settled. The people in the West predominantly cut with the Humboldt, okay? And the people over here, the West is really the only place that I see that happening. There's some people, I do it over here in places. Like I said, my reason I use a Humboldt is I'm felling a tree up the hill and I don't want it to slide back down at me. That's when I use a Humboldt. But around here, you cut that standard open face notch because we have big butt swells, the most valuable timbers in the bottom of the tree, and that's just how it is. Could you cut both ways in both different places? Absolutely. So there's the Westerners will say, your way's terrible, and we'll say to the Westerners, your way's terrible, and we can argue all we want. I mean, my thing is, you cut however you feel comfortable. You do it however you feel safe, however you feel efficient, whatever makes you feel froggy, you do that. It's all about your comfort zone. I can look at a stump and be like, whoa, dude, shouldn't have did that or whatever. That's just me. You can never, ever, 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 ever judge a person by the stump unless you were there to see what happened. There's a lot of times, you'll see logs in a pile like, oh, this guy has no clue what he's doing or whatever, and blah, 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 blah. And until you're there to see what the situation was, don't judge that guy. Just do not judge that guy. So, but it's funny. Like I said, I welcome Anita. What's up, Anita? Anita's on here, everybody. My shirts are 2X tall. Timothy Thompson, thank you. Man, Wisconsin Timber Cutter looks like he's got him some serious work. This is crazy. I've never had 96 people. I've never had over, I think, 60. Darwin Scott, hey, what's up, man? I missed you. I'm sorry. What did you guys have? What caused the big blue? Mike, that's a good one. What happened up in Wisconsin? Did you guys have like a big like storm that knocked a bunch of stuff down or something? I've told Dave Haley we don't grow them, we just mow them. Barry Hanson, how you been, man? How's things over your way? That's a shame too. That's what Dale's doing right now. He's finishing a job that was a tornado blowdown, and he's moving on. If he gets his other one, I'm sure he probably will. Wow, that sucks. Cut and blowdown's terrible too. Cut and blow down with anything but a mechanical means, doing it by hand. Sometimes you have to do it by hand, but doing it by hand is dangerous. Woo! Microburst, yeah, we have those around here. Get a little pocket, a little hoof, and it just levels everything. Oh, Jim Richards. Okay, thumbs up. Hey, we hit 103. All right, we got to give something away. You see that shirt up there? So, if you come on after this video loads up, leave a comment, all right? You just leave me your comment. John Britton, what's up, man? That's pretty cool. I didn't know he was watching. So anyways, you come on here. Snow today, summer tomorrow. Yeah. Leave a comment on the video after it it posts. It loads back up as a regular video, not as a live feed. And what I'll do is I'll do a random comment picker thing on it, and we will pick a shirt out for somebody. Hopefully I got one that fits you. If the shirt don't fit you, I'll give you a hat or something if that's all right with you. I got a couple hats left. Someday I'll get sweatshirts made, I promise, guys, but I'm broke as a joke right now, so I can't get no. I can't be doing stuff like that. Oh man, it all missed our stuff, but hit close to Sawyer County. Take one. It's pretty much all froze now, so it's not bad. That's cool. Yeah, okay, I did Darwin. That was east of me. Oh, about an hour. Not even an hour. If the traffic's not bad, you can be there pretty quick. But yeah, that was a really bad one, man. I heard somebody they call him the first responder or whatever, got hit and killed responding to that. John. Yeah. John, I'm pretty much open all this week, and it looks like it's going to rain all next week. I don't know. So, I just got to get some damn money flowing. You know what I mean? Some coin. Where are you guys working at, John? Are you north of, trying to think of the name of the town. Are you north of where we met at the Lowe's there last time? What the hell is that? Are you north of there or south of there? Hopefully you're north of there. Well, Jeff, the 518 is still under the knife. The fellow that owns the machine, he's just like every other timber cutter right now, logger and contractor, is running some hard times. Just doesn't have the money to finish it. They had a machine. They have an apprentice skidder that he had that they got through a equipment trade deal or something that the transmission blew out of it like 4 days after they had it. So he had to get that done first, and we all know transmissions are expensive. So if I had the money, I'd have paid to have the 518 redone and just did it, but I don't have the money. I wish. I wonder what it's like to just not have to worry about it. You know what I mean? I don't want all brand new stuff. I don't mind having older equipment, but I wonder what it's like to be, something breaks, here's the money to fix it and fix it right. Just not, I don't want to be rich. I don't want to be loaded. I just want to have enough to do what needs to be done right all the time. You know what I mean? Nice. What kind of skidder, Wisconsin? Yeah, it is, Aaron. Yeah, it is. That's a really nice loader. Hopefully he don't take it back into the woods and bang it off stuff. He's been known to do that. And that's another thing. There's a fellow just made a comment on here. Where'd he go? J Ball. Okay. Thank you. He says, hang in there, man. From one logger to another. You're good at what you do. The industry needs more people like you. Yeah, it does. The funny thing about this industry is it's a shrinking industry, man. You know, I had to be. It's tough. I don't know how to explain it, but it is a shrinking industry. And there are not a lot of young people in it. I think you have to be borderline a little bit Looney Tunes to want to get into this. Not because the work's hard, but just because of the stress you have to go through. 440D. They're nice little skidders. You can pull them around with a pickup truck. What county are you in? Keenan, are you asking me? I live in Allegheny County. Most of my work is in Beaver, Butler, Washington. I've done a little bit in Lawrence. I do quite a bit in Lawrence County. Don't really work too much east of Pittsburgh because it's just getting through the company I sub off of is based out of, he's over by the Ohio line. So it's most of the work. I've done a lot of work in Ohio. MLH, I'd love this. One thing I want to do is I want to save my money enough to where I can buy that damn, okay, so the problem with the loader is in that valve bank, I can show you. You guys want to see? Let me know if you want to see. I grabbed the book and I can open it up and show you what basically I've narrowed the problem down to and what it needs to happen to fix it. If you do, you want to see it. And MLH is the man. Okay. Yeah, I'm 30. I'm going to be 34 in a couple. My birthday's the 23rd of this month. So the biggest maintenance issues is, hold on, let me grab the book. The biggest maintenance issues I have is that one with the loader. And the other one is I got couple cylinders that need packed. I need to pack my main boom cylinders. And if I can just get the kits for them, it probably wouldn't be bad at all. I'm gonna have to block the boom up to do the one. Okay, yes, bring the book out. Said bring the book out. Okay, look at that. The great thing about Barco, you know how some of these people, the great thing about Barco is I bought this loader. I called them. Tina, what's up? How are you? How's everybody doing? How's Dan and your kids and everybody? And I'm sorry I missed your daughter at the show. Okay. So I called Barco up and I said, hey, I bought a loader. And I said, great. I have some questions about it. He said, even better, what's the serial number? So I gave him the serial number and the guy says, okay, I'm going to send you 2 links. They gave me all the books for him. Nowadays, when you want a service not only a service manual, but also the parts manual, you want this stuff. All these companies are awful proud of their stuff. We're not going to say who it is, John Deere. And they make you buy them for like $350, $400. Oh, man, that's good. I'm glad to hear it. At least, hopefully you guys are moving some wood. Okay, so let's show you real quick. This is pretty quick. If I just got to find... The pages are all dirty where I've been looking at because I've had my grubby fingers all over them every time something happens. Oh, there it is. I think that's it. Okay. All right. Okay, so these are the K170 valve sections in this machine. So here, you can check that out real quick. And this is a main valve section right here. This is the lower one that has the no, that's not the lower one. That's the center section. That's like your main, that runs like your boom and all that other stuff runs. Like you have one will boom, one will be jib boom, one will be, I think your grapple rotate and all that crap goes off this one. Okay, and then if you look at this one here, this is the problem. This is the bugger that's causing me the issue. This is the end section, okay? This is the one that goes flat out on the end. David Haley, you're at the party. That's all that matters. Let me see if I can show you. I think I have another picture of it if you go back a little bit. There's a better picture of it here, of the whole valve section together. I just have to find it. Oh, damn. Okay, I can't find it. But either way, so anyways, these are in your section. These are your center sections of your valve body. And this is your outlet section. That's where all your oil is diverted out of. And this is your inlet. So your main pump feed comes in through this one. And this one is like the brain of the whole machine. So in this section, you have pilot reliefs, pilot pressure control valves, main reliefs, all that crap is in here. Everything happens. The issue I'm having is in that section. I have one of two things wrong with it. I changed the main relief. It's not the main relief. It might be this pilot relief. It has this little spring, and there's like a poppet and some other little things in there, and I think the tolerances are wore out, so when the oil heats up, it's squirting by somewhere. It's getting by somewhere it's not supposed to. But there's also a small possibility right now that section has a crack in it somewhere. So there's oil making its way somewhere it didn't want to. So I thought about this. Okay, well, I'll just start going through and changing the little reliefs as I go. Reliefs are $300-$400 a piece. Main relief was $350, $360 or something. That pilot pressure relief or whatever. And there's no, they're not cheap. So I can go through all them at $200 to $400 a piece. But here's my thing. That machine's got a lot of hours on it, and that's original valve bank. So what if that, wherever that's at, is worn so much beyond it, so even though if I put a new relief in, I don't fully solve the problem because now the tolerances are a little loose, you know, or screwed up from the other one being around in there. So that's where I came about with that one. So I priced that whole section loaded with all new pieces, everything, all new pilots, all brand new. And it's $2,500. And that came about right at the end of summer when I had a couple other things to fix, a couple other things to work on. I was saving some money for that hunt and other things. And I said, it's cooling off. The machine's not acting up. So I'll wait till next spring or summer to do that when I have a little money. Well, I haven't been working now, so who knows when it'll get done. It will get done though. I would like to pull that MLH, that whole valve body, because it needs resealed. All the little rubber O-ring seals in between it, those need redone. Hi, ISX Cummins, what's up, buddy? And, you know, I want to reseal it, and I want to put that end cap on. And then lower it back in there, put it all back together, and, it shouldn't be too bad. It's not like that one I did in the, I didn't video that, but that one we knocked out of the KBL 28 was terrible, that Franklin loader, because it was up underneath the cab, and you only had one way to do was go down. Oh, man. So, Willie, you're absolutely right. You can do really good. It just depends on the type of cut it is. I can do the grapple skidder and the rotate don't even work on a grapple. I can really like bump my production big time, but as soon as you put it on any kind of like hill, you know, where the machine can't drive, then you're done. You got to go back to cable. So it's where it is. You know what I mean? Everything has its place. It's why I got the dozer with the cable, because I'll shuttle a lot of that stuff up to where I can grab it with the grapple. Man, Tina, have you guys been riding the buggies around at all? It's nice and muddy. I figure you'd be out tearing it up. And did you guys do any good deer hunting this year? Yes, you can, but in Maine generation, my generation doesn't want to do it. I'm a dying breed. I want to learn cutting wood. At least a friend of mine is a 40-year professional woodcutter. Yeah, it is a dying breed. I mean, hand cutters. You tell somebody you hand cut, and they're like, "Were you Amish?" It's like, no. You know, they just look at you like goofy. So, but the deer hunting in West Virginia for us, Tina, was poopy. I got that one. Oh, I got that one archery hunting, and then we went rifle hunting, and I saw we had a nice one on the camera, and I kind of had my mind set on him. We weren't seeing a lot of deer, and then that was it. I saw a really nice one muzzleloader hunting down by. Oh, I was down by Flatwoods, West Virginia, but it was on private, and I couldn't get over there to shoot it, obviously. Yeah, they're. I don't know what did so bad down my buddy's place in 100 there, Tina. It was the combination they have that. Hey, man, that's not funny. Yeah, I guess it is. They had that EHD bug that killed them, and then I think he had some bad winters, and then they just shot him up. You know what I mean? They haven't had a chance to come back. It's been really bad. Seems like on about a 5-year cycle down there, we'll have 2 or 3 really good years, and then 2 or 3 really bad years. You know, you see it. It's. Well, I think we're in our low right now. Hey, ISX Cummins, thanks, man. And I'm glad. I told him the first time, and he's like, well, I got a guy, you know, he's like, he's going to move this thing and blah, blah, blah. And he said, but it's tough. You know, it's like $1,000 worth of permits. And I looked at him, I was like, dude, that don't sound right. Because I told him what you moved mine for. And I was like, you know, that seems like it should be a lot farther. And he's, you know, da, da, da. And then he ended up calling you. And he called me back. He's like, oh, man, you know, he says, I called him and he said he was going to move it. And he told me the number. And he was like, he's that's incredible. He said, I can't believe he wanted to do it for that much. And I was like, and he's a pretty good dude. And I said, the best part is he picks it up, delivers it, does the permits and everything. He's on his way. Wayne, it's hard to believe they're skinny with all the damn corn you have. I hope she's not feeding them apple pie, for God's sakes, now that she can make them. Think about it. Come every first week in November and bring your stick and string. Ooh, that sounds like an idea. I want to get to Iowa archery hunting something awful too, but I have to draw. You got to draw a damn tag unless you go with an outfitter, and it's everyone says it takes about three years to draw, 2 years, unless you get lucky. You're gonna get in trouble if you don't come see us next time you're down. I will, Tina, because my crap is up. My logger certification card, they sent it to me. It was good for 21 days and it went back out. They screwed that all up. I don't know what they did. I don't know if I have that card on me to show you or not, but they really screwed that up. So either way, I got to come down and renew that probably in March. I should look and see when the next one is here. I could come down and just, it's not up until June. So 2 for an arch. Well, I want archery. I don't want a gun. That's about right. I think West Virginia. I think West Virginia is. I had $192 in the license this year, but I bought an archery tag, 2 buck tags. Then I bought a muzzleloader tag. That was $30 more. I'll make it dinner. She'll make a dinner. I don't think I have to go to Flatwoods for the chainsaw one. That's all I got to do is the refresher now. I hope I don't have to go back for the chainsaw one. Yoder Toner. Nah, I'm not doing that. They're my biggest competition. That's all right. What are you gonna do, you know? So, all right. Well, it's been almost an hour here, so I should probably cut you off and let you guys go. Once again, go on to this video after it's over. Leave a comment or something, what you like about the channel or whatever, anything like that. And we'll get a shirt out to you. And if there's, I'm limited on sizes, so I have a bunch of extra large. I might have, I don't know if I got any 2XL. I have a bunch of large and I have some mediums too. So, color, I have black, I have some safety green. I might have a blue one over there. I don't know. And we'll get it out. I'll just wait a couple days, and you know what I mean. We'll do that because that 103, I think, was the peak concurrent people. We're still at 85, and I never thought I was that interesting. Oh, Tina, when I come down, we're gonna set you all up. Don't worry. That's the other reason. I want to make sure that I something to bring. So the Amish lumbering is slowing down around me. Good thing because I can't fix horses. Alrighty, so everybody, thank you for watching. Thank you for all your support. I really, really appreciate it. It was so nice of you guys for everything you do. So I just appreciate. I can't. There ain't words. You get what I'm trying to say. We're not trying to get all weird. So, but alrighty, Tina, you give Dan and everybody my best, and David Haley, thank you, Marshy, all you guys. If I missed any of you, David Golan, what's up, MLH, all you guys. I appreciate everyone. So just really, I do. You take care. You have a wonderful night. Remember, go cause a little trouble, but not so much that you get yourself thrown in the pokey. Alrighty, everybody, take care.